Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the Board of Selectmen's meeting for the Town of Hingham for Thursday, May 2nd. Tonight, we have a rather short agenda, unusual for us, but we're all still recuperating from town meeting. The principal purpose of tonight's meeting is to reorganize the board as a result of the recent election, and then we do have an issue on the change of manager for an all-alcoholic beverage license. But before I begin, I would like to introduce the newest member of the board, Paul Healy, who was elected on Tuesday, and a few minutes ago was sworn in to become, I still haven't gotten a number as to how many selectmen there have been since 1638, but there's been a number. So, Carol, if in the Hingham Journal you could find that out, that would be a good thing to know. So welcome, and we look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
As I indicated, the principal issue for this evening's agenda is a reorganization of the board. It has been the practice of the Board of Selectmen in Hingham for many years. They are 3-year terms, and you'll notice that we all suddenly change seats post-election. So Irma Lauder moves up to being the number, if you will, in seniority, number 2. And I'm the oldest one. I guess that's how I get to sit in the middle. And then Paul gets all of the work on the left. So I would like to have you all consider the reorganization of the board in terms of the structure and the appointments therein. So,
Shall I make a motion?
please, if you would. If you would. Then I don't have to talk more. That's good.
I'll make the motion. I move that we appoint Bruce Rebuffo as chairman of the Board of Selectmen for the coming year.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Now will you pay us?
Now you're paid. Now, I want to talk about that, by the way. I did have a conversation with the Personnel Board. I think the salaries that we receive, as well as the format that we have had for reimbursement, which is non-existent, I think, should certainly be revisited for the board, whether or not, and I have made the statement that I don't want to be impacted by any changes that they make, but that I've asked the Personnel Board to look at that as an issue going forward, because there are a number of financial issues that go with it that might preclude some people from wanting to participate in this, and I want to make sure that we don't do that. So they said they would do that. The only item we have on the agenda formally is a change of manager for an all-alcoholic beverage license from Legal Seafood. So is there someone here from Legal Seafoods? Two someones. Oh, well, in that case, we have 2 chairs for you, so come on up. And if you would be so kind as introduce yourself to the folks at home.
My name is Marnie Whitaker, and I'm the risk manager for Legal Seafoods.
Okay,
My name is Steve Ernst. I'm the chef for Legal Seafoods.
Very good. And the reason for this change?
When we initially got the liquor license, we put it under Roger's name because we didn't know who we were going to have at the location. And now that they've picked the team, Steve has been elected to be on the liquor license.
Okay, well, welcome aboard.
Thank you very much.
I assume you have meet all of the requirements for ABC?
Yes.
Good. Okay. So I'll turn to my colleague Irma Lauder and ask her if she has any questions regarding the change.
No, just when are you opening? We'll be there.
Yeah.
It should be the 22nd of May.
Excellent.
Very
Little
good.
plug for you guys.
22nd. Paul, any?
No, I have nothing.
Okay. I don't. If there are any questions from the audience? There being none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the change of manager.
Second.
Okay, we need to. did
Oh,
you roll?
sorry.
Read
So
the-
moved.
Read the motion.
Okay,
if you
I
would,
move that we approve a change of manager for Legal Seafoods LLC, 96 Derby Street, Unit 325, liquor license number 052800054, to Stephen Ernst.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Done.
Done.
Thank you.
Thank you
Good
very
luck
much.
on the 22nd.
Forward to seeing you guys.
Thank you very
Look
much.
forward to seeing you.
We have a number of votes to do this evening, and maybe if our newest member would make a motion on the first, or correction, Mr. Town Administrator, is there anything on any of these votes we need to know about?
No, I think they're pretty straightforward. They're temporary liquor licenses. The last one, the newest vote we added is the issue of preserving the town's rights regarding Unit 4, 8 Ridgewood Crossing. And I think it's self-explanatory in the vote.
Okay, very, very good. All right, if there are no other questions, Irma, could you?
I'll do the first one, and then Paul can do the second. Make a motion to approve a temporary liquor license for Stephen Weiss on behalf of Congregation Sherei Shalom for an MS fundraiser, Laughing the Way to a Cure, to be held on May 29th, 2013, at 1112 Main Street.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Paul, would you entertain the second vote,
Sure.
please?
I'll move to approve a temporary liquor license for Julie Ellis on behalf of the South Shore Chamber of Commerce for an after-hours event on May 9th, 2013, at Glastonbury Abbey, 16 Hull Street, Hingham, Mass.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And the last is a rather lengthy one, but it has to do with a change in owner and a need for a change in record for this board to so, and I think it'll be explanatory when the vote is read.
Okay. I make a motion that in connection with the request of Bien T. Trong and Lee Thor T. Trin, the record owners of Unit 4, 8 Ridgewood Crossing, an affordable unit under a deed and deed rider recorded with the Plymouth Registry of Deeds in Book 34104, page 46, the board. 1, approve the inclusion of Ms. Tuyet Quinn Trong, daughter of the record owners, and Mr. Trong Dong, her husband, on a new deed for said unit, so long as at all times at least one occupant of the unit shall meet the minimum age requirement under applicable laws and permits, and provided that the deed evidencing the addition of Mr. and Mrs. Trong as owners be subject to the existing deed restriction and be in such form as is acceptable to the town and the Department of Housing and Community Development. 2, approve the refinancing of the first mortgage loan for said unit for an amount not to exceed $137,000, subject to the prior written approval of the Department of Housing and Community Development and all other applicable requirements of the deed rider for such unit. And 3, authorize the town administrator to provide written notice of the above approvals and to authorize the chairman of the board to execute any recordable documents necessary to evidence the above approvals.
I'll second that.
Is there any further discussion? There being none, I'll take a motion. We did take a motion.
We did.
Yeah,
Shoot,
so
I'm not
that's
doing that
Yeah,
again.
no, I was going to get you to read it one more time, Irma. I just thought it would be.
I got through it.
Pretty well, too.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. As I indicated, this is a short meeting this evening. Next week, our next meeting will be May 9th, and our plan is to hold meetings approximately every 2 weeks till the summer season begins. And we'll pre-notice those agenda items. We have some things on the list that I'd like to just tee up for discussion. As many of you know, there was considerable discussion over Articles 32, 33, and 34 at town meeting concerning the sewer commission and the articles relating to how the sewer operates. And I have made a commitment, and the board has, to pursue that issue to make sure that whatever questions there are over the current processes we employ will be properly documented and available to the public. We will undertake that discussion beginning next week. In addition, I've had a discussion with the town administrator. As you know, we made a commitment to the town 2 months ago, Ted, I think it was, about our dispatch center and the current arrangements we have with the other 3 towns. That will require some work to be done prior to that, but our intent is to do that in the June timeframe so that we can review this very important but first regionalization project within the Commonwealth. So with those two comments, does anybody have any selectmen reports for this evening?
One.
Sure, please.
Law Day was May 1st, and I attended for all of us. The theme of the Law Day for this year was realizing the dream equality for all. And I want to thank Scott Peterson and Anita Comerford, who executed this flawlessly as usual. The two of them are the ones that coordinate and get everybody staged and make it happen as though it were just a nice morning, and it was. The young people that were awarded the prizes for both the poster contest and the essay contest were truly amazing, and the essays that are being written by 8th graders were very inspiring. They were well thought out. They were extremely well written, and I'm embarrassed to say I probably can't write that well, and no comments on that one. But I want to thank everybody. The winners this year came from Rockland and Hull, and I would look forward next year to hopefully seeing some Hingham young people in that. So thank you to all who did it, but especially Scott and Anita.
Thank you.
That's
for- Good, thank you.
I'd like to just say something
Surely,
briefly
please
to the
do.
folks at home. Residents of Hingham, I want to thank you for your support at Election Day. I took my third oath to the town this evening, and it's with great pride that I serve this town. It's a town I grew up in, and I've very much enjoyed living here. And there are a lot of wonderful people in this town. I come onto this board committed to working collegially and seeking consensus with my two colleagues to my right. I urge you to speak your mind to me, disagree with me when you think you should, and support me when you also think you should. This is a town, I think, that works well when everybody works together. And there's a lot of great boards in this town. I walked up to the second floor and I looked into the planning board room. It's the North Meeting Room or whatever it's called. That used to be the old library when I went here as a kid. But I've had a lot of good meetings there. I hope to have a lot of good meetings here, and I thank you very much for your confidence in voting for me for this very important position in the town of Hingham.
Well said, Paul. Thank you. Thank you very much. And for all of the candidates, those who won and those who took the time and energy to pursue elective office, it is a worthwhile experience, as we can attest, and we thank you and your families for giving of your time to consider the opportunity to serve the town of Hingham. So there being no other business, I don't think. It sounds like I will, for these 16 minutes, I think it's a record for short meetings, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you and good night.
Yippee.